Voice agents have a harsher limit than chatbots. In voice, even a short pause can make the whole system feel awkward. That is why ordinary RAG becomes a product problem here, not just a systems problem. The paper behind VoiceAgentRAG starts from a simple point. A voice assistant often needs outside knowledge, but the retrieval step can take too long for natural turn-taking. The claimed value is not bigger model intelligence. It is a way to keep retrieval useful without breaking conversational flow. That matters because more teams are trying to move from text demos to live voice products, and latency is usually the first thing users notice. The core idea is a dual agent memory router. One foreground agent handles the live exchange. One background agent thinks ahead, instead of waiting until the user finishes speaking and then starting a slow retrieval round. The background process tries to predict likely follow-up needs and preload relevant material into a semantic cache in the paper's framing. This changes the retrieval problem from a cold lookup into a prepared lookup. The system is still doing RAG, but it is changing when the work happens. That is the key architectural shift, and it is the reason VoiceAgentRAG is worth watching. This split matters because voice is sequential and timing sensitive. A normal retriever can be accurate and still feel bad if it arrives late. VoiceAgentRAG tries to separate the fast path from the deep path. The live agent can respond from a low latency cache when the prediction is right, while the slower retrieval machinery runs in parallel instead of blocking every turn. In practice, that means the system is betting on anticipation. If the cache hit rate is good enough, the user gets a response that feels much more immediate. So the real design move here is not just better search. It is preemptive search aligned to the rhythm of a conversation. The headline number is striking, but viewers should read it carefully. The reported 316x improvement is about retrieval latency in the architecture being tested. It does not automatically mean the whole user experience is 316 times better. And it does not mean every turn will hit the cache. What it does suggest is that preemptive routing can move a real bottleneck out of the critical path. That is useful because many voice demos fail for a boring reason: the system waits on infrastructure. So the signal in this result is architectural. The noise would be treating one latency number as full proof of production quality. The signal is clear. This work treats voice retrieval as a timing problem and redesigns the memory path around that fact. The idea fits a real need in enterprise voice agents, where outside knowledge is useful but long waits are fatal. The noise is assuming the problem is solved. A prefetch system still depends on prediction quality, cache freshness, and failure handling when the conversation moves somewhere unexpected. So the stable takeaway is modest but important. VoiceAgentRAG is interesting because it changes the order of operations. In voice AI, that can matter as much as the model itself.